Hi, thanks for joining me for PowerPoint The Future presentation. I chose to do my presentation on PowerPoint because I feel that it supports the theory and practice of instructional technology, thus making it a key contributing tool to the future of instructional technology. Instructional technology is the theory and practice of design, development, evaluation of processes, and resources for learning. PowerPoint has a graphic design component that can be used to create presentations in the form of a slideshow. Many people also provide a narrative to accompany the slideshow, as I'm doing right now. As I mentioned before, PowerPoint supports many of the key elements that support the theory and practice of instructional technology. I would like to focus on the four listed below. Before we move into that, I would like to note I recently completed our program review using a PowerPoint presentation. The college program reviews are an opportunity for each academic and administrative unit to share program highlights, goals, and budget requests. It can also be used as an opportunity to educate our campus community and colleagues on areas that are less familiar to them. I thought it fitting to use some of the slides from that presentation to demonstrate some of PowerPoint's key features today. Getting back to PowerPoint's key features. Design. Design is probably the most tangible supporting PowerPoint element for instructional technology. Some of the basic PowerPoint design features are listed below. I'm now going to share a slide with you from the program review that highlights and demonstrates some of these design features in PowerPoint. PowerPoint offers a great deal of flexibility in putting together the content sequence. This allows for a systematic approach and detailed planning, which are very important for instructional design. Moving on to development. The design elements offered in PowerPoint can shape and impact how you develop your overall presentation, which ultimately impacts your instruction. Getting back to the program review. The design phase of the program review project directly contributed to the development of the overall presentation or instruction. What emerged in the design phase were two things. One, the pyramid. What does a comprehensive development program look like? And two, the dock in the water. What does the college's development program look like, and how do we get there? This was yet another symbol that represented what a comprehensive development program looked like. All of these design elements were carried throughout the program review. Evaluation of process. PowerPoint has several ways to evaluate processes, which are convenient, so that you can easily adapt your presentation to the content and specifically the evaluation in which you are conducting. For example, to reference you again back to the program review presentation. We evaluated our department's overall performance. We did this by using a SWOT analysis. Many of you, I'm sure, already know that SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is not the only feature that allows you to evaluate process. You can also use in PowerPoint the Smart Chart graphs or charts. Finally, moving on to resources for learning. Embedded in the slide below is the program review PowerPoint presentation. PowerPoint serves as an excellent resource for learning. Again, I would refer you back to the program PowerPoint presentation. But since Erin has asked us to keep this to 4 to 5 minutes, I will not go through the entire presentation. Our program review does serve as a resource for learning. If you were to review the presentation, I would hope that you would come away with a clear sense of our program, what our limitations are, what our achievements are, what a comprehensive development program looks like, where we are, and where we need to go. In the corporate world, the current motto is do less with more. Couple that with an overstimulated multitasking crazed society and holding the attention of adult learners can be somewhat difficult. For this very reason, I chose to use constructivism as my theoretical framework for this project. I chose this learning theory because it is the most relatable and relevant to the work and individuals that I interact with on a daily basis. In my opinion, constructivism is the broadest learning theory in every sense of the word. Constructivism is a theory of knowledge that argues that humans generate knowledge and meaning from an interaction between their experiences and their ideas. The four PowerPoint key features not only support the theory and practice of instructional technology, but they also are applicable to the learning theory of constructivism. PowerPoint's design feature ties in with learning by thinking ahead, learning by getting ready, and learning by doing. The development feature, which is shaped by the design process, ties in with learning by doing. The evaluation process ties in with the learning from feedback, and the resources for learning ties directly into the learning from resources. Why does PowerPoint work? PowerPoint works for several reasons. It's appealing for the visual learners out there. PowerPoint is useful for enhancing what instructors are saying, for illustrating the contents of speech, or for highlighting certain text in speech. It's also appealing for the audio learners out there. As you can see, PowerPoint has a media feature that allows you to insert sound or video clips. Let's not forget the kinesthetic learners out there. PowerPoint features of developing the presentation, scrolling through it, sharing it, and much more is a hands-on appealing characteristic. PowerPoint's broad appeal to all of the learning styles makes it highly important for the future use. Is PowerPoint sustainable? Past history would suggest yes. Since inception, 1984, and then launch in 1988, there have been a total of 12 versions of PowerPoint. Each version contained upgrades that attempted to adapt to the rapidly changing technology. PowerPoint is user-friendly, cost-effective, and accessible. Assuming that Microsoft can continue with the upgrades needed to give a competitive edge, yes, I do think that it is sustainable. The competition will not be easy, that's for sure.